Hello everyone. In this new era of vibe coding, where we have dozens of vibe coding tools that basically replaces your existing code editor and make you adapt to new user interface, there is a tool called Claude Code, which is terminal based and it has 200k context window, fewer commands, easy to use. So in this video, we will understand how to efficiently use Claude Code and make full use of it, build application, and much more. Before we move forward, I would like to show you that Anthropic has released Claude 4 just 5 days back while I'm recording this video, and it has two new models, Opus 4 and Sonnet 4. These two models are now available on Claude Code. So let's utilize them and let's understand how to use Claude Code. So here I am on my Visual Studio Code and I have a terminal opened as well. In this Visual Studio Code, you can see I have a claude.md file which explains all the things and technology I want to use about an application that I want to build. I want to build Habit Tracker Telegram bot. This Telegram bot will track my habits via Telegram. It has some core features like user registration and storing information in database. Habit setup, where the bot will ask users their habits, store them into the database and make sure that they can interact with the bot once they set up their habits. User can add a new habit or delete an existing habit. Then there is a daily habit check-in functionality. You can either manually check in the habit or it will ask you about your habits. Did you follow them or not? Then there is a tracking mechanism, weekly summary, some Telegram specific features that I want to use like menu commands, description, buttons whenever needed. In the programming language, I have said use TypeScript. For database, use SQLite. For Telegram bot framework, use Grammy. And I have said like structure the application so it becomes easy to understand and manage. So kind of clearly I have explained what I want to build. Now let's see if Claude Code can understand this file and build the application from the ground. In order to install Claude on your machine, you need Node.js 18 plus, and then you can use this command to install. Now I'll come here and I'll just paste the command to install Claude Code on my machine. Let me clear the screen. In order to interact with the Claude Code, you just need to write Claude and hit enter. It will show you this interface where you can interact with the Claude Code. Now here if you press slash, you will see all the different commands that are associated with this Claude Code. And if I go to model, you will see that default recommended, I'm not sure you can see it, it uses Claude 4, but if I go with 2, then it will use Claude Opus 4. And there is cost associated with both the models. Sonnet is $3 input and $15 output, while Opus $15 input and $75 output per million token. Now I want Claude Code to read this file and start building the application. So I'll say read when I say @ it will show all the files inside the folder. I'll just hit enter. So this means that read the Claude MD file and build the application, and I'll hit enter. There is escape functionality as well. If you escape, it will interrupt itself. You can see it has created a to-do like initialize the TypeScript project, install dependency, create database, set up bot configuration, implement user registration, and much more. Now when Claude confirms that it want to write something, it will ask you. There are three options. if you can say yes. The second option, if you say yes and don't ask me again for this session. And the third, no, I'll tell Claude to do something else. So for this, I'll just say yes. So you can see here, it will create a package.json file. Now it wants to create a tsconfig.json file. So now we have two steps down: initialize project and install dependencies. Now it wants to create few directories. I'll say yes. It wants to create all the types. I'll say yes. Vibe coding is useful and efficient, but it is only useful when you know what you are doing, when you understand what code is being written by the vibe coding tool. Now it wants to create database init file where it will initialize all the tables. I'll say yes. Now it wants to create a model.ts where all the database interaction is written, like create habit, find by ID, find by user and date. So I'll just say yes. Now it has created all the things about database and communication to database. It is now asking to create env.example file. I'll do that. It is asking if you want to run npm build. At this point, I'll say no. Now if I just do slash and cost and hit enter, you will see that it costs me $0.62 and total duration is about 10 minutes. Now I'll look into the application what Claude has built. So it seems well. In order to use these things given in the .env example file, I'll create a new file. I'll say .env file and paste these things. Now it requires a boat token. So what I'll do is that I'll quickly grab a boat token. I'll just paste the boat token here and save this file and exit from this file. Now what I'll do is that I'll open a new terminal here and I'll say npm dev and hit enter. There is no dev command. So if I go here, yeah, my bad, npm run dev, and we face issue regarding context session. Okay, I'll say I'm facing an issue running the application. Can you check? Yeah, this time it went. So it's checking types. I'll not do that at this point. And let's try and run the application one more time. You can see the application is now up and everything is set. So let's see if we can interact with the boat itself. I'll go to the boat and okay, we can see a boat to help you check your daily habits and everything. So I'll do start. It seems that we faced an error, and let me copy the error, whole error. Let me copy that and I'll say boat runs well, but when I send a message from Telegram, I face this error and I missed pasting the error. Okay, the boat star, could you please share the exact error? I'll say here is the error. So let's start the application, npm run dev, and let's very quickly go here and I'll one more time say start. Now we received a message, welcome to habit tracker. I'll help you track your daily habits, build better routine. First, let's set up your habits. Click the button below to begin. Okay, please type the name of a habit you want to, let's say read for 30 minutes. Would you like to add a description? I'll say skip description. Okay, it is asking, would you like to add, let's add one more. Drink 4 liters of water. I'll say skip description. I'll say finish setup. So now all the habits are set up and everything is done. So I'll say today's check-in. It asks me if I want to manually check it. Did you complete read? I'll say yes. Then it asks, did you complete drink 4 liters of water? I'll say yes. And it says all habits tracked. Now if I come here, it shows menu. Let's see what's in menu. In menu there is add habit, my habits, delete habit, weekly summary. Let's click on weekly summary. Okay, so it shows weekly summary. The week is 25th May to 31st May. Oh, it seems very good. So I see it has done a great job here. Let's see what's in help. In help, yeah, it is simple as well. So when I go to menu, yeah, it's really well. Now there is one thing. So indeed, these vibe coding tools are really here to help us, and you can see how easily with like in 15 minutes we have built a robust application that tracks my habit on Telegram. If you are a freelancer, you surely know the amount that you're going to charge for this Telegram bot. When you exit from Claude Code, it will show you complete summary of how much duration you have used the application, what was the cost, how many lines were added, and what were the models used, and what were the input and output tokens of each model as well. So I hope this video gives you insights about how to efficiently use Claude Code. The code developed in this tutorial is available on my GitHub, and the link of it is in the description. If you think that this video is helpful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. That helps. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the life, feel the music. Peace.